Soon as live Q&A, Tuesday night edition. It's June 20th. And welcome on. Hope everyone's doing well. It's a nice day outside. Not too hot, not too cold. And we're ready to get into this, right? Okay. So while it's a small group of people, remember this is for every single exam. This is not just for the SIE. This is not just for the Series 6 or the 65 or the 66. It's for all the exams, not just one. I don't have one night for the SIE and one night for the 7, any of that stuff. If you need help with stuff, okay, first of all, if you guys, Ellie, how are you? Execution. Guys, keep in mind here. So, like, if you once you're in the industry, check out the link right here, the FinPro Coalition. We're there to help you. Go on there. You can sign up. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. And if you need help with, like, I had a couple of students going there with expungements they were trying to get help in, or just Kasha, how are you? Just trying to get and like a little help with like what kind of IA to do, stuff like that. Then the other one is if you need help tutoring, boom. Jessica, Daryl, how are you? So if you need help with any lessons, I can help you out. I'm here to tutor you. It's series7exam.org. IV, boom, boom. Most simple. I love it. That's awesome. So and then if I'm too expensive, which I am, go check out Michael Weiss over at series7examtutors.com. Really good, especially with the 65 and 66, and he's about half the cost of me, which is good. If you're on a budget, he's definitely worth it. Cindy Sue, how are you? Cindy Sue, how are you? It rhymes. Okay. I think that works. Guys, if you're looking for a really good, I swear to God, it's like people think I work for them. If you're looking for the essay and you don't have a background in this shit, go check out Achievable. Seriously, some good shit. They teach it better than anyone else. Boom. I know execution. There's going to be some Roman numerals, but not as many as the Michelle. How are you? I know you emailed me. I haven't got back to you. I know. I apologize. I snoozed it so I could read it. Do it tonight. Okay. Allie, what vendor? Actually, she's execution again. Don't sweat the Roman numerals too much. There'll be some, but not a ton. Michelle, I will answer you. Allie, look, it depends on what vendor. If you're in Kaplan, you're probably mid 70s is best you're going to go. You got 2 weeks and you're right. Hopefully, you're close to the 70s. Maybe go back and maybe spend 3 or 4 days, stop testing and start reading. Okay. Right. So why don't you go back and spend the next, like, what today? Today's Tuesday. Oh, hold on. There we go. I have to get this one out there. One of my favorite people. Boom. She killed it. Boom. Okay. Absolutely killed it. So happy for you. Okay. Yeah, Glidey. I do the 63, 65 is literally the same as the 66. So as 66 and 65 are almost like 90% overlap. So anything for the 66 is for the 65. Okay. Oh, and Neely, that's awesome. Mandy, I am so happy for you. It's great. Now I think you have one left to do, and then you're done. How great is that? You had your group. Hopefully, we're going to get you the other 3, cash in the rest of them in your group over the finish line. Also, it's been a big week for your group. Kylie, I just saw you. I think I just saw you join the Facebook group too. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well. And okay, so again, check out Achievable. They have a link down here. Don't forget the free stuff. Like Brandon Rith has Basic Wisdom. He's a writer for Achievable. Good stuff. He explains stuff pretty well. Susie Rhodes, a past master, stuff like that. And then there's some videos out there. He has more paid stuff, but Brian Lee over at Teskey, they have some stuff over there. Okay. I love it. Awesome. So Cassius sent a couple questions over. I'm going to see if I can. Let's see if I can get this up and running. If you guys have questions, drop them in there. Come on, let's do it. We're going to have a busy day today. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay. I'll come back to that one. Okay. Okay, let's get on this. You guys, let's talk. Oh, I thought I fucking shut it down. That would have been so bad. Okay. Okay. So let's go over this a little bit. Okay. So Austin, I have the quick and dirty. That's the best thing you can do. William, no. Other than the former governor, not be fair. There's a couple, but you'd have to have like a lot of experience. Like you'd have to be in the business for 25, 30 years, and it's only 3, 4 years out. I'm telling you right now, if you've only had it for 4 or 5 years and it's been 5, 6 years, it's going to be tough. Ryan, it's when somebody who has their license is trying to get it back. That's why they started this program, the whole MQP program. Okay. Okay. So I have a ton of stuff. I have a whole day before video and everything. So let me get on this. Hey. Most simple, you're gonna rock it. Make sure you get some sleep. Watch my quick and dirty. I think I have a 24 hours before the SIE playlist. Go check that out. It'll really help. Okay. That's right. You said you only got like 10 or 15 options, right? Okay. Couldn't remember. I thought and you said the suitability was a little harder than you thought it wasn't sure top level, but knowing the stuff. Okay. So the 66, I agree. So the 66 will not have a lot of Roman numerals. There will be some, but there will not be a lot. That's the thing. There will not be a lot. Okay. They will have some, but it will not be overwhelming. Okay. 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 Good. Again, happy days. Happy days for Mandy. I think she was very nervous that we knew everyone who knew her knew she was going to pass except for her, I think. Okay, Allie, you're in good shape. Okay. Yeah, some people get a lot. I mean, that's the thing. Not any bond questions. You didn't get it. You must have got bond questions. They just might have hidden something. Okay. Matt. Boom. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's it. People, what happened, I'm not saying you did, but people don't respect the 63 as much as they need to. They really need to respect that. Okay. Um, again, Allie, again, if you're scoring low 70s and you have 2 weeks to go, low 60, high 60s, low 70s, maybe, you're in good shape. Oh, yeah, not a lot of bond math. I agree. Okay. Um, we're gonna get to him. I got it. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. None of these tests are math questions. The only one that would really be math is the series 3 or the 79. Everything else has math, but it's not a majority of it. So just keep, I would say, go back and spend the next, like, from now until Saturday, just just reading topics that you're struggling with. That'll help you a lot. And start studying in the morning. Do that. I swear to God it helps. Okay. Um Well, I mean, to pass it or to register for it, right? So registration you can do yourself. You don't have to wait. So you can actually, before you start working, get the 60, the SIE and the 63, and then you can go to like a Northwestern or a Primerica. This is 6 or 7. I can't remember. Primerica may do the 6. You can do Northwestern, Primerica, a couple. AXA is that Alliance now. I don't know what AXA is now. They're all doing. They want the 6 or the 7, so they can help you get through it. But they'll make you pay for it, but you can get through it. Okay. Because it doesn't give you as much. Because most firms, if you do, Nicole, I like that question. Let's talk about that. Okay, that's right from the exam. Um, so yeah, I have a whole playlist, lady. That I have a whole playlist called the series. I think I even call it the series 65, 66 playlist. Just if you guys don't know, the best way to look at my channel is you don't look at the later ones. That's fine. Give me views. But if you go to the playlist function, you can pick which ones you want. Okay. That's the key. Okay. So, and I'm keeping it down low because I have my grandkids are going to be going to sleep soon. So, trying not to get them riled up. Um, Nicole, we'll get on that. Okay. So now, fine. I have a quick and dirty. So anyone taking the 66, you should watch my 63 quick and dirty, which covers the regs, and you should watch my 65, 66 quick and dirty, which covers the rest of the stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. So yeah, I would not take. Oh, right. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So if you're sick, just don't go. Don't show up. Okay. Now, and remember, every vendor, like if you go to Kaplan or STC or Achievable, they're going to cover things that the other ones don't. It's what they do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, Glady, go watch those. They're gonna help you a lot. Okay. A lot, a lot, a lot. Anelia. Okay. So no, I would say 80s and STC. You're in. How could you give that face? You're not. Don't be nervous. You're in good shape as long as it's not from memorizing. Like if you're memorizing answers, then go on my channel and do practice finals. I don't know which exam it is, but I have practice finals for pretty much every for the 63, 66, 65, for the 7 and the SIE. Not this. I don't. Oh, wait, did I do one? I did one for the 6 through Notman. I think so. You're in good as long as you're not memorizing, Amelia, you're in good shape. Just make sure you go over the crunch time facts. STC has a crunch time facts, which are good. Okay. We're all proud. We're all proud of Mandy. She nailed it. Okay. Good. Boom. Okay. And you feel good. I love it. That's awesome. And that's the goal. Because remember, the test will feel harder. Okay. But as long as you take your time, you're gonna be fine. Just don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it comes up that way. There's one thing where if you hit my account through Facebook, it comes up to that. So really, anyone on anyone on Facebook, just put your name under this so I know who you are. Okay. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I feel he helps me a lot. Okay. Okay. So the day before, here's the thing. So say you're taking a Thursday, which it sounds like you are, and I know it's your third time, and I get that. So first of all, everyone, if you feel sick, like Kasha said, she's feeling a migraine, I'll be like, then don't take the test. If you have a migraine, do not go in there, especially on your third time. So if you're feeling sick, and this is for Nicole, if you're sick and have a head cold and you're not 100%, just do a no show. What? Yeah, your boss will be a little annoyed. Blah blah blah. And and then if they get annoyed, offer to pay for it, they'll just back off because they can't really work that out. Um, and then the next day you'll just rebook it. The next either so if you have a test Thursday and you do a no-show by Friday afternoon, you should be able to rebook it. If not worse, it's Monday or maybe even Saturday. But it's not an attempt. But if you're not 100%, like if you're sick, you have a migraine or you're sneezing or your allergies are bad, do a no-show. Don't show up. Yeah, again, they'll be annoyed. They'll charge you a fee, but it's better than failing. Okay, but Amelia, you're fine. If you're scoring 80s, you're as long as it's not for memorizing. Hope you did some of my exams from Achievable, so you can see another vendor. Um, take your time. Tomorrow is about adding knowledge. So no testing. Don't take a lot of tests. If you take what's test you taking, Amelia? I don't know if you mentioned it. I don't think so. I don't think you did. But if it's the 7, make sure you read customer account. If you take the 7, make sure you read customer accounts either the morning of. Oh, God. Or the day before. Either the morning of or the day before. Either one. You got to read it. It's low hanging fruit. If it's the SIE, you want to read the investment risks and the SRO stuff, like the prohibited. Okay. Daniel will work on that. Okay. Now, the day of, watch videos, read about dinner time, done. Dinner time, you are done. Okay. Oh, good. So it's a 7, I think. Okay. So then make sure you tomorrow I have the 24 hours before the 7 videos. I would go over customer accounts one last time, either the night before or the morning of, and around dinner time, you're done. Go to a movie. Do anything. Just do whatever you feel you need to do to relax yourself. It's the easiest thing. Okay. Daryl, how are you? Jessica. Okay. Again, I think I was almost up to you. You're gonna rock this. Take your time. Read every word, every word. I'm telling you, do not take any tests the day before. I mean, maybe for the SIE, you can take one in the morning, but don't take any big tests. Okay. Make sure you got make sure you're adding the knowledge. I have the 24 hours before. Okay. Allie, yeah, it is about a year. And it's the same stuff though. Okay. Sheila, okay, good. I love it. Okay, we'll talk about that. So July 1st is gonna be tight. Okay. Okay, you're right there, Robin. But let me get on this. Okay, you're taking a Thursday. Don't do a lot of tests tomorrow. Tomorrow's about adding knowledge. Make sure you go over the investment risks and Eddie and go over what the register up can and can't do. I think that's on like prohibited activities and ethics and stuff. Okay. Again, we all hate the Roman numerals. Seriously. Okay, Mandy, I love this again. Oh, did I go backwards? Hold on. I think I went backwards. How did I do that? Okay. So what do I tell everyone? Okay. What do I tell everyone who's taking the test and work? Get the fuck off my live. What are you doing here? Go get some sleep. But I have the go watch my quick and dirty. It'll help. I'm telling you, you're probably good for 4 or 5 points. And that could be the difference. A lot of people, that could be the difference. Okay. What is the key, Mara? We'll get there. Okay. So what he's asking for here, if I remember right, is for a waiver from FINRA. So if you had the licenses before, right now what they do is they have the MQP program, right? So if you lose your job and you've had your license for at least a year, okay, if you had your seven for at least a year, what happens is you can you can extend it. Okay, Billy, boom. I remember we were talking Thursday on the air that you wasn't sure. Okay, okay, very smart. Boom. Okay, you got a lot of time, Billy. Make sure you read as much as you can. Read as much as you can for the next 4 or 5 days. Okay. Wendy, I saw that. Okay, boom. Okay, I saw that, Wendy. Okay. Now, I know a few people that got them, but most of the people had experience. So you should act like you're gonna have to take the test again. You should act like you're gonna have to take the test again. That's the easiest thing. But it sucks. It does suck that if you had it and you want. But now, once you get it, guys, once you get it, if you leave, okay, make sure that if you make sure wherever you go, you stay for at least 1 year. Okay. Hold on. YouTube. Okay, hold on. I gotta find this puppy. Cash, I'm giving you a little homework too before I answer your question. Cindy, we'll get to that. Hold on. It shouldn't take more than a day. Cash, I just sent a link. Watch that video before I answer the questions. It's probably not something you've read yet. Watch yet. Where are we? Again, so the waiver is allowing them to give it back without having to take a test. It's a really, really long shot. But what I was going to say before was if you guys have a job, make sure and you get once you pass this exam, okay. Once you pass Johnny, that's awesome. Okay. No, Wendy, no, they're not. That's too detailed. That's very much a past perfect thing or a Kaplan thing. Um, Once you get the job and you pass, try to keep the job for at least a year before you leave. Because if you have it for over a year, then you're eligible for the MQP program, which gives you 5 years. Okay, 5 years for to take the. You have to do continuing ed, but you can keep your license for 5 years. But you have to have had it held for at least a year. So if you leave after 9 months, you're not eligible for that program, and then your 2 year window starts. Okay. Again, boom. I'm so happy for you. Okay. Yeah, the 63 is hard. Look, it's not the 63 is not an easy exam. It's just smaller than the other exams and it's less topics. It's just the questions sometimes are kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah, I think Quizlet does. Notman has one. I have a bunch on my YouTube. Um Notman definitely has one. I think you can get some on Quizlet too, maybe. Okay. That's Tiara asking if there's any practice essay exams. Okay. Okay, so here's why. So think about this. The 6 allows you to sell mutual funds and annuities pretty much. Okay. If you take the 7, you can sell mutual funds, annuities, options. Okay. Options, bonds, stocks, specific securities, IPOs, everything. Okay. Some are so execution, not everyone. They're not like Kaplan and Pest Perfect. They are detailed in some way, but a lot, if you know your stuff, you should get through it. The reg, and I'm telling you, don't sit on, do not. No, there's way too much math on Past Perfect, right? Okay. Boom, blank. That's awesome. Let me get to that. So The thing with the 7 is that you can sell anything. The thing with the 6 is it's quicker. You can probably study for 2 weeks and get it done. But you're very, very limited in what you can sell. Zach, there's some, not a lot. And no, the vendor. Here's why. Understand why Roman numerals are so prevalent on vendor exams. When people ask me to write questions, I can do like, Erica, how are you? No, I can't. So yeah, I'll work on it. So when I write questions, right? When people hire me to write questions, I have a couple of people that do. And if I do Roman numerals, I can bang out like 20 an hour, right? Maybe 15, maybe 30, whatever. If I do ABCD, I can maybe get 10. So it's much easier to write Roman numerals, and you can kind of template it out. You can be like, okay, here's a question, here's 4 choices. Then you have another question, almost the same thing, change the choices a little bit. Because if you do an ABCD, you get painted into a corner sometimes. You're like, crap. But if you're a Roman numeral, you can just go boom, I got it. So that's why they do them, because they're much easier to do. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's a question. A transaction to writer covers. So, okay. So if I'm a writer, that means I'm shorting an option, right? Okay. Does that make sense? If I write a, if I and Cash, you saw the video I sent, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, there Tyler, there definitely is. Okay. Okay. Um, but they do have, so Kaplan has a lot, Zach Kaplan has a lot of them, okay? Has a lot of them, okay? But the test will have some, but not nearly as many. There will be some on there, but not nearly as many. So back to this. So if you sell a call, if you write an option, that means you shorted it, which means it's awesome. That's an opening sale, because I probably won't get to that today. That's an opening sale. Okay. So if you write a call or write a put, that's an opening sale. And you follow that with a closing purchase. Remember, so it's, remember, as I tell everyone, you go in the door, you open the door. When you create a position, you open it. And when you leave the room, you close the door. So that's when you're closing your position, you closing purchase. So if you start with an opening sale, which is writing or shorting, you're going to follow it with a closing purchase. Okay. But if you buy for the first time, right? So if you buy for the first time, hardly any Mara, hardly for the, if you buy for the first time, that's an opening buy. And how do you get rid of it? It's a closing sell. Always remember, the first thing is an open, the second thing is closing. So if you have an open sale, it's followed by a closing purchase. If it's an opening buy, then it's followed by a closing sale. Okay. Okay. So the answer to this would be a closing purchase B, Nicole. Okay. Okay. Again, so Nicole, don't sweat the fact that, look, this is what you think. If you think, I sound like I'm from England. If you have using two vendors and yeah, writers receive premiums and buyers have rights, sellers have obligations, right? So if you have a multiple vendors and you go to Achievable, they talk about something you didn't hear about on your vendor. Don't be annoyed. Be happy that you did that. Okay. Boom. Exactly. You do have to understand what it's for. So that's what I'm saying. So if you use multiple vendors, okay, then and you see something and you see on one but not the other, be happy, because now you've seen something that might be an exam that somebody who only read what used one vendor didn't see. So that's what I go with. Okay. So if you're really sick, just do a no show. Wait till Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday and rebook it. Thursday or Friday and rebook it. Okay. And Neil, don't listen. Do not think that way. Do not think that way. But if you're not 100%, just do a no show. But I'm telling you right now, you got to be positive. Having a positive, I'm going to kick this test ass. It will. Oh damn it! Totally empty. I need an intern. Seriously, I need an intern to get me shit like this. Okay. Um. You got to go in positive. That's if you go in positive and confident, not cocky, confident. That usually adds like 5 or 6 points to your score. Okay. B, I'll get depends where you are. B, how far along are you? If you've gotten to the point you've read everything, okay. B, if you've gotten where you've read everything and you've done some finals, yeah, then bang out finals. But if you haven't read and watched every video and read the whole book, no, get that done. Okay. Look, if you're in the high 60s on past perfect, you're good. I would seriously think about getting a new vendor, right? Not just since you have 2 weeks to go, a little less than 2 weeks. I would go buy the Kaplan Q Bank, even buy the Achievable thing, but I would buy the Kaplan Q Bank. Okay. Cashew was asking about break even, max gain, max loss, and hedging, and I just hit the link. There's a link. Oh, Wendy, look, we got Wendy and Kesha. They're all soon. Okay, so now they had a great little study group. So now, and they what they did yesterday was instead of doing one-on-one, they all booked together. They booked one person booked and they split the cost, which worked out. I think it was a good. I think we got a lot done in that session. Okay, capping Cuban is like $45. I'm not saying it's nothing. It's between 50 and $60. If you go reach out to Michael Weiss, okay, B, we'll get to that. Other people can answer too. That's a big range, but we'll get to that. So now, if you get the cap and Q bank, it costs you 40, 50, $60. You'll get more questions that you can hammer and get that out and see what they are. So, and again, both of them, if you're scoring anywhere in the high 60s, like if you're scoring in the 70s and past perfect, Michael Weiss does, Mara. Michael Weiss says if you go to Series 7 exam on Reddit, if you go to Reddit and go to Series 7 exam, the full thing, Series 7 exam, Michael Weiss has it. Or if you're in the Facebook group, now I changed the name of the Facebook to make it easier to find. So everyone who wants a free resource with a great group, like I call it crowdsourcing your studying. Okay, I don't like them. Boom, there you go. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you right now, past perfect stuff. If you guys need a free resource, it's crowdsourcing where everyone's helping each other. Go. It's called FINRA Exam Prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. I changed the name to make it easier to find. So guys, go check out the Facebook group. It's like 4,500 people in it. Almost 2,000 are still active. Everyone's helping each other out. It's crowdsourcing. You put it in there, you hear 4 different ways of answering it, and one that works for you. Boom! I love it. There's some egos in there, but nothing bad. Nothing. It's mostly me. Okay. Again, I would think about getting the cap, and if not, just take a final every day, Daniel, and then review it. Okay. Oh, XJ, get them done. Get them done, or call them up and ask how much it costs to extend it, or say, listen, you're suck. I need to extend it. See if they'll get you more. So if you don't want to buy the cap on finals, go the QBank stuff, then go then just take a final every day and then review it in detail. In detail. Okay? Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. You guys, you just joined. Okay. $50? That's crazy. Then get your exams done. That sucks. What as for a 1 month extension? Okay. I'm not there yet, kid. I'm working through. Don't worry about it. We're getting there. I have to work down. You got some questions ahead. Okay. Yeah, I can probably try to do that. Allie, I'll try to do one this weekend. I may have some time tomorrow afternoon to bang one out. Okay. 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 So here's the thing. Once you get the open, here's the thing. So once they pull the trigger on your U4, then you can do it. But Sheila, it's going to be tough because it depends where. If you're in New York City, it's going to be very tough because I think they're booking out into mid-July and August now. But you can take it online. I'm not a fan of that, but the SIE is now the only one that you can take online. Okay. Vilma, that's awesome. Just try my question in SDC and maybe buy the cap and QBank. See if it helps you. Okay. Yeah, then you're probably fine. But just once you get that done, okay. Once you get the 58 people, that's fucking insane. I'm getting staged right now. So once you get the window open, it's up to them. Then you can book by the next day, and you should be able to find something. If you're willing to go online, which I'm not a fan of, you can probably do it within days. Okay, if not, figure about 1 to 2 weeks. So if they get it open tomorrow, you're probably thinking for early July, July 1st or so, maybe last week of June. Okay. Okay, I mean you're in good shape, right? With the SEC, okay. With SIE, you're probably okay on that. Okay, with the SIE, you're probably okay, but go over everything. And remember, on Friday, no testing. All you're doing is adding knowledge. Watch my 24 hours before the test video. Go reread certain things. And by the way, somebody asked the important on SDC, the important chapters are like 14 through 20. Okay. Yes, Erica, I have a video called Time Value of Money. Oh, and the other thing, guys, anyone look, and Eric, I'll get your stuff, but you probably want to get off. Um, I'm telling you, what's amazing, what really helps. Okay, 4 months. Yeah, but they have to open up a new window. Okay, what you get when they open a window, it's 4 months long. But you get one attempt per window. So if you fail, you got to reopen the window. Erica, before we get into that, go check out Khan Academy. They do a really good job. I do a good job, I think, with the time value of money video. That's what it is. But then I also think if you go to Khan Academy and type in present value, future value, or IRR, you'll see some pretty good videos. Okay. You're good shape. Go over, maybe try to take one of mine. But if you have ST, I don't know what vendor you have, but if you have STC, read the later chapters like prohibited activities, um, the compliance considerations, SRO stuff, and then the investment. If Khan Academy, well, mine is time value of money. Khan Academy is free. Just type in Khan Academy, press IRR, and you'll get it. Okay. Look, I'll do it myself. Let's see. Make me do the work, right? Eric, hold on. Khan Academy, IRR. Let's see if it shows up. That's irrational numbers. Wrong one. So let's just do the present value. Let me do that one. If it shows up here. There it is. Boom. It's all in the present value stuff. That's why. So hold on. I'm not going to make you guys listen to it. I'm going to put the damn link in here. That's the link for the, and just, you can go down a rabbit hole with that stuff. He has a great voice and they do a good job. Okay. Time value money. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. But again, hold on. Let me get to the other stuff first. Hold on. Let me catch up. We got to catch up to where we are. Okay. Oh no. Did I lose internet? Seems like when I do a link, sometimes I lose the internet. Okay. I got to go in here and look for the old questions. Yeah, I do not believe it. A lot of spammers try to get into these Facebook groups. Boom, Charlie. That's awesome. So many. It's amazing how many spammers try to get in here all the time. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. It all came back. Thank God. Okay. I thought I lost all the questions. I would have been so upset. Okay. Where are you? How far back am I? Am I really that far? 9 o'clock? Oh, I see what it did. That's funny. By the way, just so you know, Ali, even though the tests are a year old, it's solid. Okay, it works. Okay, though the shit hasn't changed that much. Okay, yeah, don't worry about margin. Don't worry about DPPs and margin. All the vendors overdo margin for the 7, and it's barely on there. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you, it's not a straight line, man. Okay. Oh, hey, the bond triangle. Hold on. I don't want to send the link again. If you type in bond triangle, capital advantage tutoring, you should get it. Okay. Oh, hold on. I think we did this one. That did I mess that up? Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay, I think some of the things are missing. Okay. B, I will get to your question. B, hold on, let me get it in here. Yes, there is. It's called the Quick and Dirty. The whole Quick and Dirty video. Where is my Facebook? I mean YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So I think I want to get B asked a couple questions. I want to make sure I get there. Okay. Because I don't want to get mad at me. Let's go back. Huh. Guess it goes back so far. You guys can take them on yourself. Okay. B, your shit disappeared. You're gonna have to ask that question again. I apologize. Okay? Okay. So, do I think I should hammer a bunch of finals, or should I focus on specific areas? I think you had a different question. Oh, how many options questions? There it is. But here's the scary part. Okay. Boom, Cash. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Hope you clicked that link. this is what you're gonna not gonna be like. You're gonna get between 12 and 30. That's the thing. You hopefully the goal is you want more because they're very straightforward. They're not that hard. Okay. So you want between you want probably close to 20 because everyone, all my students who come out, they go, thank God there are so many option questions. That save them. Okay. You'll want, I mean, option questions are not, oh, good. Okay. Options questions are not that bad on the exam. Okay. I'm telling you, Wendy and Cassie, you're going to nail this thing. Okay. Why? Don't worry. I mean, you might get, maybe if you hate options, maybe you get lucky, but I think options should be the good part. Have you seen my membership videos on them? Okay. Yeah, Charles, you can take the test from anywhere. Anywhere, if they sponsor you, you can take it from anywhere. They have prometrics all over the country. Okay. And here's what happens. If you're more than 150 miles from a prometric center, you can take it online. Then you can take it anytime you want. It's almost 24 hours. Okay. So that's the other thing I want to talk about. They have a membership thing, which is pretty awesome. Okay. We have a very low level. Okay. I'm telling you, Wendy's nailing them. Wendy is nailing these options because of this thing. Okay. If you do that, if you're worried about options, okay, I have membership. I have a very low one where you can watch the replays. It's like $5. I have another one which is options, which is a little bit more, just the videos, no class. And then we have one where we meet every Sunday, and then I have the high one, which you get to meet every Sunday. You get an options hour, a 7 hour, and then and then just you get to watch all the videos, which is the options videos. I do options differently than everyone else. Everyone else uses a T-chart. I don't use them. If you like the T-chart, then don't use my way. But if you feel that the T-charts are not resonating with you, which happens to a lot of people, come in and join. Boom. Jax, I know you're gonna nail it on the 30th, Joe. I know you're gonna nail it. Okay. Okay. Julian, what do you think? Okay. Jacqueline, I do it all the time. That's literally what I do one-on-one tutoring all the time. That's my website to book if you want. On the bottom. Okay. No, look up Prometric. Look up Prometric Europe. I'm telling you that if they don't have them, you can take it online. See, that's not tricky. Okay. No. Jacqueline, don't worry about it. Why would I talk about it? That's my business. I'd be happy to talk about it. I don't talk about it on here that much, but yeah, I don't talk about it on there that much. So go check out my channel, stuff like that, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you, I think my options are a game saver. Okay. Thomas, if you go on my channel on a laptop or desktop, there's a join button. You just hit the join and then you pick your choice. And remember, every higher thing gets everything below it. So if you do the highest options one, then you get everything. If you do the options one, the highest one, the options class, you get an hour of options every Sunday, an hour of 7 every Sunday, my options videos, and then you reread the membership classes. Okay. Yeah, Julian. Yeah, I think if you're taking on the 28th, yeah, I would take a day off maybe every few days. Like this Friday, take the day, and then maybe take the Friday off and just don't do any studying. It's always good to have a brain day, right? I'm not as sure. I don't want you to take 2 days off, but maybe take the Friday and then start in the afternoon, or maybe take the Friday off or maybe take Thursday night and Friday off. They go out Thursday night, kind of thing. You could do that. Okay. Okay. I'm way behind, I think. So yeah, that's fine. If you're the day before it works. I would. I'm not a fan of taking tests the day before, but boom. Okay. Okay. No, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you get a collar question, it would be very rare. More about recognizing it than doing the math on it. Um, if you're on crunch time, I would do one a day and then review and then read. So remember, guys, if you're studying, 50% of your day should be reading or watching videos or something. So if you study for 3 hours, an hour to an hour and a half should be reading and watching videos. If you're studying for an hour, then half an hour should be reading and watching videos. Don't just take tests. Although if you're doing an hour a day, it's going to take you forever. You got to get 2 to 3 hours a day. And again, I'm a big fan of the morning. Okay. Mara, the big key to passing is one, reading the question, which sounds stupid. But the bigger one is if you want to know topics, the two main topics, I'm not saying it's the only ones, but they're big ones, is the investment risks. Okay. Yes, it does. It does. So if you pay that one, it covers everything below it also, which is the option. And you get to see the option videos. Do the option replays? I'm not sure if I do. I might. I don't think I do all of them. I think I do some of them. So you get to see it. You get to watch the videos. Um, you got to make sure you get the investment risk down. Okay. You got to get the investment risk down, interest rate interest, inflation risk, market risk, all that stuff. And remember, focus on what the register rep can and cannot do. Look for broker dealer stuff, U4s, U5s, prohibited activities, all that stuff for the register rep. That's a lot of it. Okay. Again, congratulations, Billy. I remember you asking a bunch of questions in it before, and I felt that you were good. And a bunch of night and on YouTube, a bunch of them the night before, which I was very happy with. I think you're asking great questions. Yeah, it's awesome. You're not going to have a problem with the six. People who do well on the SIE, like my new pen, like that. Okay, the people who do well on the SIE, they feel comfortable with it. Usually, the six would not be that hard. I mean, again, here's the thing: if you're memorizing stuff to get past the SIE, yeah, then maybe the S6 won't be that hard. But if you're focusing on learning for the most part, you'll be fine on the six. Okay, okay. And William, I'm not registered with FINRA right now. I was until I shut my broker dealer down in February because I wanted to focus on this. Okay. And again, Charles, yes, you can take it outside. Okay. Kasha, I nailed that. I think you're gone. Hopefully, get some sleep. Cindy, it should not take more. Should not take more than a day or two. Okay, seriously. I know. I brought this to the conference. And what's great is the speakers I ordered showed up the other day, 4 days after the conference ended. Okay. Really, if your firm does it, it should take 10 minutes. So if they follow you for today, they can open it tomorrow. And then you have 4 months to take it. But remember, certain firms like Morgan Stanley takes a long time. I think JP Morgan does a little bit. Morgan Stanley, in my practice, is always the ones who took the longest. They're nice. They're just, I guess, they're busy. They don't put pressure on it. Like you have to sit there and bug them and bug them and bug them to open it. So it is what it is. And they're the one. That's the one firm that I'm not a fan of. That if you fail the exam, none of our people will fail, but if you do, you have to wait 30 days. Well, Morgan Stanley won't you start with the single option problems first. Start with single, go to hedging. There should be a playlist called, there should be a straight up playlist. I'll tell you what it's called. I think it's called options membership. Hold on. Not membership class, option math membership only. That's it. That's where you should start with. And just start. I think they're in the order they should be in. Start with single options first. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay. Okay, Charlie, have you taken mine at all on YouTube? Have you taken another vendor? 80 bankers, iffy, right? I mean, if you're getting 80s, you're fine, and their questions look like the exam. But I always like to have another vendor. So I go on my practice finals and take one of my STC ones and my achievable and see how you do on that. If you're in the 70s or 80s on that, you're good to go. Again, the window should take a week, a day or two to open max, and then it should be open. It's open for 4 months. So you should be. And guys, remember this is the one thing people don't realize. If you take the exam, you open a window, you take the exam, and you fail, you don't have another chance. You need to reopen a new window because they're charging you for that shit. Okay. Okay, Johnny, you baby, throwing those bombs. Okay. Make sure you read. Make sure you got through the book at least once or twice, and then start banging out exams. Get that timing down. Okay. Get not the hardest part, but they give you enough time, but it feels like it's not. So get yourself down to where you're taking it in an hour or less and passing. Boom. Okay. Boom. That's awesome, Charlie. That's awesome. Go into the practice finals thing, and I think I took 2 achievables and a series 7. Go. If you do well on those, then you're in good shape. Okay. They're not tested in yield order. But just remember, shorter term has lower yield. Remember that. Shorter term has lower yield. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's what I meant to click. Tranches are not tested. I mean, tranches are tested, but the yield order they're not go crazy. Just remember the shorter term has a lower yield. Okay. Okay, here we go. Why do I have a pinned message? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I did. Okay. Okay. So it should be the back chapters 20 for sure. Let me see. I gotta see what chapters they are that I read. I mean, again, you should check for everything, right? But if you really had to sit there and say, I'm at the end of my game, okay. You can take it. You have 2 years. You have actually have 4 years to take it. You should probably try to take it within a month. That's the thing. You should try to take it within a month. That's really where you should be. I hear my granddaughter yelling, no. I don't think she's going to sleep. Here we go. So let's see what we got. Come on, open up. Slow computer. There we go. So if you're taking the SIC and you've basically read everything, the STC chapters that you need to absolutely know. Okay, for 20 for sure. Okay. And then you got to focus on the rest. So let's see. So you're going to be, where is it? Not that one, not that one. Okay. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 20. I'm not helping you. So 14 through 20, other than 19. Those are big. Now remember, that's if you've already studied everything else, okay? That's if you've studied everything else, then those are the chapters 14, 15, 16, 17, and 20. Those are all going to be heavily, heavily tested on the SAE. Okay. Again, Notman has a free one. I think Quizless does. I have some free on my YouTube. It's kind of it. Okay, here's the thing on the 66. Yes, they could be in detail a little bit. I'm trying to catch up. They could be, and some of them could be in detail. But I still think if you understand this stuff, you're going to be fine. Yes, there's always a few little details where they're screwing you over, right? But but I wouldn't worry about it too much. I just make sure you understand this stuff. Make sure you understand internal rate of return. You will, and present value, future value. You will not have to do the math on it. You have to understand the concepts. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, at Past Perfect goes crazy on the math. Okay. Blank, I hope you're still here. I don't know if you're still on here. That's awesome. How great I mean, if you're gone, that's great. Get some sleep. But how great is it to be done? Okay. How great is it just to be done with the damn stuff? Awesome. Okay. Can we did that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, you read the question too, especially on the 66 and 63. You got to make sure you read every word. But there's not as many Roman numerals on the real exam. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal. Under FINRA law, this is why it sucks. Under FINRA law, register reps can lend to customers. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, I can talk about that. Okay, but it's not that big on the 7. It's more on the 65, 66, but I will do a efficient market theory. And I'll do an IRR if Erica's still here. She's up next. The rule here is that agents and IARs cannot lend to customers or borrow. That's the rule. Okay. The exceptions are if it's a lending institution or an affiliate of the IA. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Under FINRA, that's under NASAA. Sorry, under NASAA, that's the rule there. Under NASAA, IARs and agents cannot borrow or lend from customers. Even if they're family members, you can't borrow from them. That's literally okay. I don't know what chapter, but they have units, right? So anything to do with accounts and register up, Cindy. Anything to do with the investment risks. This is for the SAE in Kaplan. I don't know the chapter numbers. Anything for investment risks and anything to do with opening accounts, compliance, SRO stuff. Those are important. I think they do, like they'll do one unit that covers multiple chapters. So it might only be 2 or 3 units. So now, NASAA, IARs, and agents cannot lend and borrow from customers unless they're a lending institution or an affiliate of the IA. Okay. Now, on the FINRA side, you can't, again, you're not supposed to lend and borrow from customers unless family member, which isn't on the NASAA, outside business relationship, outside personal relationship. Again, none of those on FINRA. I'm not NASAA. Lending institution, and same for under the same firm you can. I think that works. Broker dealers can lend to customers all they want. It's called margin under as long as they follow the rules. IARs cannot, IAs cannot either, unless of course it's a lending institution and they're borrowing. Now, if it's family member or it's an institution that's in lending, you don't need permission ahead of time. If it's anything other than that, you need permission ahead of time. Okay. Okay, IRR. It's like, how do you explain it, right? So IRR is so we have future value and present value. So if we invest 20 grand now, it's gonna, I'll say in 14 years it'll be 40 grand. Okay. That's so your internal rate of return is the rate of return that gets you from here to there. So you use discounted cash flow to discount all the future cash flows. Again, this is 65, 66. So anyone taking the SIE or 7, don't worry about this. Okay. Or the 6. So if you the future value is 50 grand and you're going to use discounted cash flow to find out what you have to invest now to get to that number. And that's going to be present value. That's it's expected price. That rate of return between present value and future value is the internal rate of return. You want to do better than that. Okay. You want to do better than the internal rate of return. Again, the internal rate of return is a rate of return. We have a net present value of 0, which means the present value and the future value are equal in that sense. And that works. Okay. If you have a positive NPV, it's worth investing. If you have negative, don't invest. Okay. Again, I think I'm way behind, but don't worry about the math too much. Seriously, it's not that much. Okay. Okay, moral Chelsea, you're probably on here. So moral obligation. So moral obligation, they're both revenue bonds. Okay. You can almost say a double barrel is a geo, but it's not a geo. It's just it is what it is. It's a double barrel. A moral obligation bond is this. I have a stadium. I issue a revenue bond. I have a revenue bond kicked out to pay for it, but I owe the money. So it's like an industrial development bond. If I am running low on the money, okay. B, you were going to be fine. You're going to nail this thing. I know we're going to be fine. I'm telling you, watch the videos. I'm telling you, they'll make a difference. I promise you. Okay, now, if they will make a difference. A moral obligation bond is I'm running low on money, so I need to ask the town to help. They can yeah, it's just a definition. It's real. It's crazy, Kylie. They never make you do the math. It's a definition. So a moral obligation is I run out of money. I'm going to ask the town. So the town will have a legislative session, and this little state senators or city council members will vote on whether they pay it or not. So they don't have to. They have a moral obligation to pay, but they don't have to. Okay, that's how it's different. So a double barrel is issued with voter approval because it's written into the official statement or whatever you want to call it. The resolution doesn't matter for the test that if the project like a hospital runs out of money and can't pay their bills, then the town, okay. Oh, oh, that's funny. So just make sure you cancel the one so you don't get charged. Call them up and you don't want to get double charged. I'll take the money, but don't double charge it. Um, so you had it already. That's pretty funny. Um, Double barrel means it's issued and they will pay. So if we run out of money like a hospital, ad valorem or property taxes will go to pay. It's not a no. It's not a yes or no. We do the yes or no at the vote part in the beginning before it's issued. Moral obligation, they can say no and they go, look, we don't have the money. Double barrel, we have to pay it. Okay. Again, as you're getting closer, yes. If you've read everything, finals doing a bunch of finals is close when you're close. Okay. Cap and Q Bank probably 40, $50. And if you check out Series 7 Exam Tutor, if you email him, he'll get you a coupon. Okay. He has a discount link. Okay, Wendy, you're fine. Okay. Buy the Kaplan, 100%. So if you look, you can get if you use my metric and my videos, you'll get past the SIE. Okay, and maybe take my quizzes on the taking finals. Maybe go on Notman and take their free final. That'll help. You can take one, see how you're doing there, and do the FINRA one has one. Okay, that's the other thing. That FINRA has one free final. Okay, I mean, it's you can take it more than once. It's just that the questions are the same. They're just in different order. Okay. Okay. So Baker, we're gonna nail this. Just get through the SAE one, you'll be fine. Okay. I know it sucks. I just read your other thing where it says $50. That's crazy. Okay. Do you have the book for the 7? Do you have the book? Are you just using the SAE book to do this, or no? Are you using the? So are you using the just another book? B, I'm giving you B, I'm sending you the video where I do it. Boom. The video link I just sent is a video for accretion and amortization. It's really good. Okay. Let me find how far back away. I'm way back, aren't I? Jesus. How fucking far back am I? Okay. I would I think I did. I went off on it. You're not getting another shot. Okay. So I would spend it if you have 2 weeks and you get past perfect. I would think about, like I said, I would think about getting the cap and cubing just to see. That's what I said. I would think about getting the cap and cubing, Daniel. I really would. Okay. Um, look, it's 50, $60 and you'll get questions that are closest to the exam. And then because past perfect goes way too deep. But if you're scoring, if you can get into the 70s on past perfect, even if you don't want to spend the extra money, you're in good shape. Because I have people who got a 62 on past perfect and pass. Because past perfect does math. They make you do some math that you'll never have to do. Okay, yes. So no, I'm not really. I mean, I got the quick and dirty 7, but no, it's not really. You're fine. It just keep hammering. Okay. Yep, Nicole, I can work on that. Okay. So I don't have a quick and dirty. I have videos on that stuff, but I don't have any quick. And I have videos on the rags, and I don't waste a lot of time on that. So I guess it's a similar in my Series 7 playlist. But a 71 your first exam, that's a great fucking baseline. That's a really good baseline. Okay. Mid 70s on STC. Okay. Boom. You're in great shape. You're in great shape, Vilma. You really are. Okay. 62. I would move it. If you, I mean, as you get yourself into the mid 70s by Thursday, I would move it. Okay. Flamore, that's fine. 60 is Kaplan's good. Go back and forth between Kaplan and STC. They're going to help you. I promise you. Okay. Yes, Robin. If you are getting a 62 and you don't get it up by Thursday or so, I would move it. And if they won't let you move it, just do a no show and then take it the next week. What's an extra week? If I'd rather you take a week if you're not ready. Like if you want to take it, take it. But I don't, because remember you only get 3 shots, but if you have to wait a long time. So I would I don't know that I would take it if you're not sure. Okay. So again, so B, your window is 4 months. Okay. So again, you probably have to open up a new window. Okay. It's not tougher than the SIE. It's not tougher than the SIE. I think it's actually close. Okay. Boom. We're gonna get Flamore. We're gonna get you through this. Don't worry about this. People remember something, guys. If you miss, if you fail, once you pass, nobody gives a shit. That's the best part. Nobody actually gives a shit. Okay. Just don't go. B, yes, don't go. That's what I tell people. Just don't show up. Now they'll charge you. They'll charge the firm for the no show, but it's usually if it's like Saturday, it might be too late to cancel anyway. Okay. Charlie, that's awesome. I love it, Mister. You're going to Europe to take the test. Okay. I'm setting up this thing so I can do the slope thing. Hold on. Nope, audio, share screen. Okay, now that's up. So now I'm going to come back to this. Okay. Yeah, again, look, I'm not a fan of this question, but really don't sweat the DPPs. Don't sweat DPPs. Don't sweat balance. You got to do balance sheet questions, but don't sweat margin. It's on there, but it's very lightly tested. Okay. Hope for the best, plan for the worst, right? So that's what a book I'm reading says all the time. Okay. There's no straight line. Okay. Yes. Thanks. My grandkids are here. That microphone picked up. That microphone picks up more than I expect. Okay. Um, yeah, she's trying to put her to sleep. It's finally dark. She's my baby genius. It's crazy how smart she is. Okay. Um, give it 20 years and you'll know who she is, I'm sure. Um, Yeah, again, it's your roller. You're going up and down. It's fine. It is what it is. And if you're taking it in next week, you're fine. You're based on the scores you just put in here. You're right there. So maybe spend a day or two going over the tougher topics. But Anika, make sure you know the investment risks and what the register rep can and can't do. I promise you that will pay you big dividends. Boom. Okay. Okay. The bond triangle If you Google my thing, bond triangle capital advantage tutoring, it's a great video that helps with all the exams, the SIE and the 7 and the 65 and 66. If you more the 65 than the 66, but it shows you the yields and how you quote it, and it how to like recognize a premium versus a discount. Okay. Again, yeah. So watch my quick and dirty for the 66. That'll help you. Okay. It's not heavily tested, but I have that video on there. Let me find it. It's funny. I think I call it resistance is futile. I don't even know what I call this shit anymore. Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. I got it. Here we go. And if you know this stuff for fundamental for fundamental versus technical, if you know this, if you know what I'm about to send you, you're fine. Okay. Copy. Yes, all of my options. I have a whole bunch of option stuff. Look for options for the SIE. Look for options for the SIE. Okay. Again, I would take finals every day, review them. If you can get the capital ones, I would. But if you don't want to spend the money, just do the past perfect ones. Discount the math. So when I'm saying that is discount the math when you do it. Okay. Don't worry about the don't worry about the math too much on cap. So anything with past perfect where they go crazy on the math, just go, I don't care, nope it out. Really, any kind of math. Boom. Okay. Okay, here we go. No, don't worry about the option stuff. Literally, save. Just do the series study group if you have it. Um, what you could watch is if you want to know for the SIE for the Series 65. Okay, that's very funny. Okay, thank you, Flamore. Go if you're taking for the 65. Don't buy the option stuff. I mean, you have access to it. You can watch them since you're there already. But um, if you're already a membership, then you have it. But if not, just go to the options for the SIE. That's going to cover what you need to know for the 65 on options. Okay. Yep, I have. Yeah, if you do the option stuff, it'll help you a lot. My options memberships, I promise you, it'll help. Okay. Um, it's here's the thing. The word here's the thing. So it's wording. That's funny. So Sheila, you gotta get. I mean, either pay for the option. Look, I'm not telling you to write checks, but either pay for the options to extend it, or I have some free ones on my channel. FINRA has one. Notman has one. So go take those and see how you do on those. That's probably your best bet. If not, yes, Julian, yes, every Sunday pretty much. Even yeah, we even did Father's Day. I did. Okay. Um, boom. Okay. So if you take the SAE, there's no rule how soon but you don't want to wait like 6 months. Once you pass the SAE, you want to take it like 4 to 6 weeks later. Literally max 4 to 6 weeks later, because you start forgetting stuff. Oh, hold on. Somebody asked about efficient market theory. I know that. I meant to click it. Okay. So let me just talk about it. Efficient market theory. Okay. Efficient market theory believes that the market is efficient. I know that's circular. What that means is that the market is priced the way it should be. That's their idea, that the market is priced the way it should be. Okay. Mid 70s, Cindy. You want to be mid 70s consistently. So efficient market theory is a theory that the market is efficient, that it's priced right. So we have weak, there's three forms: weak, semi strong, and strong. Weak believes that all historical prices, okay? Okay. Boom. That's awesome, Sheila. I love it. Okay. Look in the practice finals. That's where they all are. They're all in the practice, I think called practice finals playlist. A weak form is the fact that all historical prices are built into the price of the stock. But they do believe, this is the only one that believes it. They do believe that fundamental analysis could work. Okay. Now, I've already done it. So Efficient market theory, weak form believes that all historical prices are built in, and the only way to really you can really beat the market maybe by doing fundamental, maybe. Okay, now semi-strong believes that all news is built into the price, but the private information is not. Okay, so it believes that all public information is built into the stock, but not private inside information. So if you have access to inside information, you can beat the market. Strong theory believes that all news, public and private, is built into the price. Both of them. All news, public and private, is built into the price. Okay. So strong really truly believes that you can't beat the market. They all believe in buy and hold, passive investing. Okay. Okay. The 24 is to be a registered principal for everything that they sell, investment banking, trading, everything. The 26 it's a limited principal. It's only for people who have Series 6. The 910 is for sales, like your sales supervisor. You can approve new accounts, stuff like that. Advertising. Advertising? I think you can do advertising. I can't remember. But it's like you can open options accounts, stuff like that. It's a sales supervisor. That's why a lot of people now get the 7 and then they get the 910. 766, 910. Okay. There's the efficient market theory. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I hate this screen. Okay. So now, I think I have a video on this too, but I don't know what it's called. So let's say these are the rates. 1, 2. These are the interest rates. 5. And these are the years. 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year. Okay. So we can agree. We should be able to agree that if you're going to borrow money for a short time, the rates are lower. And the longer, and this is for the sloping. This is like yield curve. The longer you borrow, the more you have to the more you have to pay. So that's a normal yield curve. Long-term rates are higher than short-term rates. That's a normal yield curve. That's upward sloping. Now that means the Fed has been lowering rates. They push it down. Now, what has the Fed been doing lately? They've been raising rates, right, like crazy. So what happens is Now we know that long-term bonds move more than short-term bonds price-wise, but it's the opposite for the yields. So when the Fed raises the rates, it's just short-term rates. That's why we have what they call an inverted yield curve, because now the 2-year is higher than the 10-year, and that's usually a sign of a recession. It's not working though. So now, as the Fed raises rates, the short terms move faster up. The prices don't, but the yields do, and eventually it goes higher, and that's an inverted curve where you have now the short term rates are higher than the long term. That means the Fed has been raising rates. What's going to happen in the future? They're going to start lowering rates. That's always happening, up and down, up and down. So what happens is, here's where it goes. Here's a normal curve. Here's flat. We don't know what's going to happen. Here, normal curve. The Fed has been lowering. We think they're going to start raising. Here it's flat. We don't know what's going to happen, and it's inverted. That means the Fed has been raising. If the Fed doesn't start dropping rates, then eventually these will slowly catch up, and then we just have a much higher rate environment where everything's at like low, shorter 4, and everything's at 5. So people start buying more debt. Foreign investors start investing in our bonds more, and then what happens? They go, "Oh my God, we have a horrible economy," so they start pushing it down again, and that becomes a more sloping, and then eventually way, then the long one starts to follow. We're back to where we're. Now, this is the way it looked for 15 years. Okay, right? This is very, very flat. Nobody was making any money since like 2002, and then they raised rates. Boom! Now what happened? All these short-term rates we have a real inverted curve, and then eventually, if they don't start dropping it again, which I think they will, they have too much corporate pressure. If they don't, then these will start going up too. Hope that helps. I hope that helped, Nicole. Okay. Yeah, and listen, it is a long journey, and it's a little humbling, right? It gets that way. Let me unshare. Boom! It does get that way. It's sort of a boom. There you go. Flamore, don't tell her that. Boom. Okay. There you go. That's funny. That's so wrong. I'm hoping you keep doing it forever. No, Will, you don't know. I think if you're going to do munis, if you're going to do munis trading, you might need the 52, but don't worry about it. Okay. And again, yes, if you're sick, like if you're sick and you're not ready for the test, just don't show up. It's just a no show. Literally. Boom. Okay. Taking money out of my pocket, Flamore. Okay. I'm kidding. Um, just if you're not ready, I mean, don't like if you have a sniffle, don't do this. But like Kasia has a bad migraine, so we're telling her not to go. Okay. Um, I'm telling you, they'll help. I promise you. I promise you they'll help. Oh, good. I'm glad they helped, Nicole. So, yeah, if you're not ready, but look, if you're truly, truly like not remember, there's a difference between nervous and like not ready. Nervous is just you're nervous. Not ready is like you're not ready. Okay. Yeah, Facebook user, none of them are really heavy on math. It's not. This is the thing. These tests are not math tests. That's the thing. Yes, there's math on it, but it's like the most math you'll get is the option stuff. Okay, you're going to get a current yield question. You have to do accretion and amortization. You might have to do. You will have to do stock split or a tax equivalent yield or a convertible. Though you have to do those. Maybe figure out NAV, but it's not really a heavy math test. Like I tell everyone, okay, I'm telling you, if you're doing algebra, you're doing something wrong. That's what I said to everyone. If you're doing algebra, you're absolutely doing something wrong. Okay. Okay. Customer accounts is the big one. Munis, yeah. Watch. The big thing is watch my the day before. You should be watching my. I have a playlist called 24 Hours Before the 7. That's the big one. Okay. Oh, I'll get to cash. I thought you go to sleep. Okay. Yes, I do this every Sunday. So I'm doing it this Sunday, next Sunday, even though it's July 2nd, whatever. I'll be in Florida by then. Okay. Boom. We're gonna get through this. Boom. I'm telling you, Thomas, you're not gonna regret it. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to give you the three strongest chapters. I'm going to give you, if you have STC, this is what you need to focus on. You need to focus on, I mean, other than the entire book, investment risk. Oh, that's funny. It sounds like me. You need to focus on investment risks, inflation risk, interest rate risk, market risk, all that shit. And then what the register rep can and can't do. Open and redeemable, close and negotiable. Boom. Yes. 100% B. I like that. That's so really you need to focus on all the stuff, but the big ones are investment risk and the register rep. So it's like prohibited activities, ethics, boom, boom. Have a good night, Fillmore. We're gonna nail it this time. Okay. Um, you want to make sure you get the SRO stuff, the prohibited activities, the what the broker, what they register, how they register or not register, stuff like that. Okay. Again, I think I did that already. Just again, it's customer accounts for sure. My videos. You want maybe want to review munis and stuff like that. Not a problem. And then just keep practicing options. Okay. And Flamore, that is just so wrong. Okay. I'm telling you, it's cheap. And if well, here's the thing: if you do the 25, you also get the Sunday meetings. If you do the 20, you only get the videos. If you do the 25, you get the weekly meeting too. Okay. Yeah, but don't forget, I have the 65, 66 group study group too. Okay. Again, you do not need the 52 with this because here's the thing. That's interesting. If you get the 6 and you're thinking of some munis, and maybe the 52 works. But if you get the 6, then and you get the 52, just tell them to let you take the fucking 7. Okay. So wrong. So hurt me, hurt me. I got kids to pay. I got bills to pay. Kidding. Um, we're gonna get you through this. Okay. Okay. Remember this redeemable. Okay. Oh, got it. I got it, Ryan. Okay. So first thing, redeemable means you can sell it back. You have to sell it back to the company. So like mutual funds and annuities are redeemable. That means you're giving it back to the company, and they're paying you based on an NAV or a set price. Like CDs are redeemable. So they know there some are. UITs for sure, mutual funds are for sure, annuities for sure. Negotiable means you sell it in the open market. Okay. Yeah, past perfect is ass. Um, I can say that now. The conference is gone. It'll be a year before I see him again. Negotiable is tradable. Okay, negotiable is tradable, like you trade it in the secondary market. Redeemable means you're buying and selling. Redeemable means you sell it back to the issuer. You buy it from the issuer. You give it back, kind of like a coupon. Okay. Yes. No. 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 Okay. We'll get that. Okay. Um. Yeah, you're on the right track, but we got to flip it a little bit. B. Redeemable means you're giving it back to the company and they give you a set price. Negotiable means you have to find a buyer or a sell if you want to sell it, or a seller if you want to buy it. Okay. That's fine. Um, got it. Okay. Oh, it sucks so much that they only give the 4 years and you couldn't take it, right? Okay. Hopefully you get Ryan, you're gonna nail it. We're gonna get you through this, right? Boom. Okay. Don't worry about the 80 on Kaplan. Don't worry about 80s. It's a non-starter. Okay, 80s is not really a thing. I mean, it's happened, but don't sweat that. If you're in the high 70s, if you're in the mid 70s, high 70s, you're in good shape. Really good shape. Okay. And again, yes, open end is redeemable, close end is negotiable. Now, let me go back to something. Okay, so now what you wrote something in here that we're not. Okay, hold on. Listen, for the William, for the SIE, achievable. For the 7, achievable STC and not. For the 65, 66, STC achievable and not. Because here's the thing: if you're paying for yourself, if you get Kaplan, you might as well get Notman because they use the same questions, but they have better videos and more add-ons. Okay, now I'm going to end on this one because it is it's almost an hour and a half we went. Okay, not my record. The longest I did was I think 2.5 hours one time. Here's what happens. You have the right idea, but I think you're switching it around. If it's a non-qualified annuity, you are only taxed on the earnings. Okay, that's fair. That's not exactly because the way you're saying it sounds different. If it's a non-qualified annuity, you're only taxed on the earnings, right? Everything above the cost basis at ordinary income. Remember that. And if you annuitize it, then each payment is partially taxable, partially not. If it's a qualified annuity, you're taxed on everything. That's why your question doesn't sound your thing doesn't sound perfect because you're saying that only if it's a non-qualified. And I know what you're saying, but if it's a qualified, then you pay tax on every penny when you take it out. Okay? And if you get paid out, you're paying taxes on every penny. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. I think that works. Okay. Not too bad. An hour and 20 minutes, not almost a record. Okay, boom. I love that. Okay. Everyone, don't forget to check out my website. Don't forget to check out my videos when they come out. Make sure you have notifications on so you can see when they come out and watch them. Make me feel good. If you like what I'm doing, hit a like, share, whatever. Share this shit. Okay. No, repo is when they do repos when the government when the repos are when the Fed is buying. So they're doing that when the economy is contracting, and they do reverse repos when the economy is expanding because they're selling. Okay. So whoever's doing the buying is doing the repo. Remember that. That's what my old Jim Greco said. Whoever's doing the buying is doing the repo. So if I agree. I had dinner already. So okay, let me get into these questions. Okay. Okay. Um, you gotta try to think. I mean, my videos will help a little bit, but you have to start writing stuff down. Don't take a lot of notes. That's the big thing. I say start reading for no. You can tell mutual funds, not bonds. You get mutual funds with bonds, but not bonds. So William, you cannot do individual securities with the 6. That's why you need the 7. Okay. Okay. There you go. I like that. Okay. So Ryan, the thing is you gotta write down like every security you have. Try to find try to write down who should buy it, who shouldn't. That's the big thing, okay? That bank to bank is federal funds. But yeah, the Fed funds rate. But yeah, no, they just buy and they get it back. Who knows what the rate is, right? It could be the discount rate. So Ryan, again, start writing every time you see a product. Start writing down who would buy it, who wouldn't, and what it's good for, what it isn't good for. Create a list. Okay. Now, I have a video on that called, I think it's in the Series 7, the 24 hours before the 7. It's called Security Suitability, where I just go through the XJ. Thanks. Cheers. That's where you just go through. I say, this is a security. This, like Kamasak, this is what it's good for. This is what it's bad for. And I go through the whole thing. That will help. And the other thing is, Ryan, find other people to study with. And just the whole goal is to try to, you want to join the study groups. You can start explaining it to other people. That's the big key, is that you can start explaining it to other people. Okay. Let's go. I don't know what the rate they would do it on, but I assume it's a Fed funds rate or the discount rate, some version of that with the repos. But they're overnight and stuff like that, so that's super low. ETNs can be risky because they not only do they have market risk, they have default risk. So yeah, they're a debt and they're unsecured debt. So the problem is if the bank issuing fails, you lose your money. Unlike an ETF where the bank issuing fails, you can just sell this. They can just sell the securities in the ETF and pay you off. So it's it's a debenture. It's an unsecured bond. So not only do you have default risk, Allie, we're going to get the boom. We're going to get them up. Everyone, try to start studying in the morning. See if they do it before work. See if your scores pop. Usually they do. But again, so yeah. So let me go back to this guy real quick. Go back to the summer. Really, why don't you try to take the damn test? Okay. So you're gonna try to take it before that, right? So boom. Just keep doing that. Just keep watching the videos. We're gonna get you through this. Okay, good. So when you go back to school, tell other people. That's all I ask. I'm trying to get into the colleges a little bit. Okay. Guys, thank you very much. I loved, again, these are my favorite nights, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Remember, wash your hands, and we're gonna be good. And I will see you all. See you on Thursday. Don't forget to check out my wife's series7exam.org if you need students. Check out Achievable. They're awesome. And if I'm too expensive as a tutor, go check out Michael Weiss at series7examtutor.com. Lots of free stuff. Don't forget to look at my membership stuff and check out the Facebook groups. FINRA Exam Prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. It's crowdsourcing your studying. I love it. Y'all have a good night.